Like, if I had some tea to spill and I was like DMing some dude and I was like, yo, check out this dude's dick pic, I could share my phone screen with Ameet and then we could look at that dick pic together.
And there would be no trace of the sharing. Welcome to Marketing Beat. My name is Ameet, and I am the owner of Ameet Khabra Marketing Inc., which is an online marketing agency that specializes in pay-per-click advertising. So that's Google AdWords, Microsoft Ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, anything that has ads at the end of it. Let's do that.
Pornhub ads.
RTB. We do not do real-time bidding because I have no idea how. But anywho, this is my co-host.
Hi, I'm Beverley Theresa. I'm a social media strategist / consultant, and I do everything social media related. That's my short spiel.
But don't you do like strategy and
yes,
those kind of things?
That's related though.
Kind of, but I feel like it needs to be broken down.
Okay, I do social media strategy and training, consulting. I speak at conferences about social media. I speak at events. I do custom workshops, custom training. I think I already said that. Content marketing-ish stuff, other things.
I think that's a pretty good rundown of what you do for a living.
I need to like write it down, and then next time I can be like, I do all of this stuff.
I think in the YouTube videos, you literally should just have a point form on while you're talking about it. I think it's very funny.
Like all of this.
Yeah.
Also, if you're watching on YouTube, click subscribe, please. Thank you. Today we're going to be talking about social media apps and like the new apps, but also existing. What type of content performs on the existing ones, or what kind of content works, or what can you expect to see there? And also like what happened to these old apps like Peach and Ello. Some of them you might be familiar with, some of them you might be like, I've never heard of that, but that's why we're here. Right, Ameet?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start with the ones that are most popular. Obviously, Facebook is probably the first one that comes to mind. Facebook is, I don't have to explain what Facebook is to you, but it's really great for businesses for advertising. And we all know that reach sucks on Facebook, so having a marketing budget is a must. And having ads on Facebook, which you can also place ads on Instagram, is a must as well. You can ask people like Ameet Khabra Marketing Inc. to help you out. And so Facebook, it's like you have to remember people want you to stay on Facebook. And if you look back into our video archive, you can see a video we did about the Facebook algorithm. So video, photos, media in general, anything that's not leading them off of Facebook will perform better than just like a link. And then from Facebook, let's talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the opposite, I would say, almost the opposite of Facebook, just because it's like you can post selfies on Facebook. Like whatever, you do you, bro. But then on LinkedIn, you don't want to be doing that type of stuff because it is a professional network. So we also have a video in our past archives about LinkedIn isn't Facebook, or how to use LinkedIn properly. So check that out. But basically like LinkedIn, I feel like LinkedIn is an underdog still. And I feel confident saying that just because people are still like, LinkedIn is dumb, it's so boring. But like, dude, I get leads off LinkedIn all the time. So don't go there, I guess, if you're a social media marketer. Don't bother using it because I'm there. Just kidding, JK.
You teach me how to get leads off of LinkedIn because we don't get any.
That's because you don't put the legwork in.
What legwork?
You're not commenting, liking, adding connections.
Quinn, that's part of your job now.
Add it to the Sauna list. I love LinkedIn. Anyways, and then let's go to Instagram, which is also almost complete opposite of LinkedIn. LinkedIn also, has live video for select users now, so it's kind of neat that they're testing that. I don't know how you get on that bandwagon. You probably have to be like an influencer or a thought leader in your industry. But it's pretty interesting. So Instagram, obviously we're on it right now. Pictures, videos, everything like that perform on Instagram. I hate screenshots, and you'll notice like I try never to post just like graphics or like screenshots. I like to post actual photos. Like I started this thing where I embed tweets in photos, which is like whatever. It's like my way of sharing words on a image, but not the cheesy like words over an image Canva style. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. And then they have live. There's IGTV. Apparently, some people are saying IGTV is going to blow up soon just because Instagram is focusing so much on it and like how to improve it. So I still have yet to actually be super involved or super attached to IGTV. Like for my video stuff, I still go to YouTube for it, and also like sometimes I'll follow Twitter accounts that are all just like funny videos and stuff, like Vine, almost like Vine or whatever. But like I actually have the IGTV app on my phone, but I never go into it. I don't know why I still have it on my phone. Do you watch IGTV?
I don't, only when it's in a story. So a mutual friend of ours, Laura Milroy, does this quite a bit where she'll film her videos and she'll post them to YouTube, but then she'll take the actual video and then natively upload it onto IGTV as well.
Yeah.
So for people who don't necessarily want to jump into her bio, find the link, and then move over to YouTube.
Did I lose Ameet? Is she dead? Is that my internet? Can you guys hear me? Someone write something. Okay, it's not me then. I guess we lost Ameet. I don't know Ameet. I'm still here. Seems like something on your end. Kareen, you always got my back, girl. Okay. So let's wait for Ameet to request to be part of here. Ameet is dead. So now we can bad talk her while she's gone. What were you talking about? Instagram TV. And yeah, so it's another way of repurposing your content and your video. Wait, sorry, Ameet is requesting. It's another way of repurposing your content, and like you always want to stretch the lifespan of your content as much as you can. Great.
Screw you, asshole.
I was just like trying to fill in the gap where I was talking about how you said Laura Milroy uploads her videos as Instagram TVs from YouTube, and it's just like another way of repurposing your content. And also like she could upload the entire video to her IGTV. I don't know if she does this, but she could also take clips from it, like a minute clips for her actual feed. And it's just a good way of extending the lifetime of your content, because you're taking so much time to make that video. You want to make sure that it's seen by a lot of people.
Well, exactly. And I think it's a really great way to, obviously you're using YouTube to try to create an authority for yourself. So using IGTV to your advantage would make a lot more sense. Because don't you think that, I don't know, my logic is that IG would reward people who are using IGTV.
I don't know. I feel like it's still, like you still have to battle with the algorithm. Just because you're using IGTV doesn't mean that that will take precedence over anything else you're posting.
Well, I don't think it'll take precedence, but I think that it might actually help a bit.
Yeah.
I would think that, and then at the same time, you have to consider if you've got, let's say, I think on average, I get about, let's say about 200 people looking at my stories every single day.
Yeah.
So even if 10%, so that's what, 20 of them look at that video, that's still 20 more people who saw the video that probably wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
really at the end of the day, the name of the game is essentially putting yourself as the authority on XYZ topic. So if you could do that with an extended 20 people, you may as well continue to do so.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And also, I like the idea of having that content live on different platforms just in case like YouTube goes bankrupt, but it's not going to. But
I think it's just a silly idea to put your eggs in one basket. And I think I actually follow that rule with a lot of things in my life.
So you don't put your ovaries in a basket?
No.
Oh, okay. Moving along. Pinterest. Pinterest actually allows video pins now. I haven't tried it out, but I've seen some video pins, and they're actually pretty cool.
So what exactly would a video pin look like?
It's basically like us talking, but no sound, and then when you click on it.
Oh, just like basically Instagram in a sense, where you sound comes on.
Yeah.
So it's an actual video embedded into the pin versus a link that goes out to a video.
Can't confirm.
Okay, so
I haven't actually clicked on it.
One. Because if not, that's all work for someone to do.
I have not found a video on Pinterest that I actually wanted to click open. It's usually like people talking.
Really appealing to it though. Like because I have somebody who does specifically Pinterest for us, and she has I was gonna say she has a tendency. It's actually her fucking job. She creates like new like pins for our own content that I think are pretty nifty looking. So my assumption would be if I were to just like if it was for myself, I would just give her the video assets and be like try to put like some kind of overlay on top of it.
Yeah.
Make it.
I mean, also like Pinterest is good as a search engine as well. Like people use it more as a search engine, not necessarily like social media commenting and stuff. So it's good to find DIY things like Jeff, if he's still on here, he wants to do videos on like his DIY hobbies and stuff, but you could have like a close-up video of like a close-up thumbnail or video thumbnail, whatever, of your hands doing something or making something that draws the eye in, because then they're like, oh, I wonder what he's making, and then they watch the video or something.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah, and then with sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, I'm always just trying to get like the last bit of my sentence in. Because
I interrupt you.
I just said I think it's valuable.
Oh, okay. And also like with Pinterest, like you mentioned, you don't have to, but it's recommended that you have vertical images instead of horizontal. Like a lot of us have horizontal blog thumbnail featured images for social, but with Pinterest, it's really important that you use up as much real estate as you can and have the vertical ones. And like you can even just hop on Canva and use a template, or just create something really quick in Photoshop, or I guess it would be the opposite. Could create something really quick in Canva and then go in and make something in Photoshop if you wanted to. But yeah, it's important to remember also that your keywords are important on Pinterest just because people are using it as a search engine. And the same with YouTube as well. Like I'm really bad at SEOing my YouTube videos and our YouTube videos. So thankfully Ameet has someone who does that for us.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do the legwork. Everyone seems to think that I just hire people out. I do all the legwork, and then I tell people exactly what to do.
You do work?
Okay, fine. Screw you, too.
Just kidding.
Listen, fuck you all!
We need to print that out, and then you can just put it up. Speaking of F you all, the next one we're going to go over is Twitter. So if you're in Edmonton or you're a follower of me or Ameet on Twitter, you probably saw what went down yesterday. Lots of beefing. But remember that even though you're representing a brand or even though you're a person, and you might be a personal brand like a realtor, for example, you want to make sure that you are aware of what you're sharing, and having a disclaimer in your bio saying my views do not express, or the views expressed do not whatever, but
Thoughts are my own and not reflective of my brand.
yeah, something like that. Like, that's not enough. Like,
no, I call bullshit.
yeah, because people are going to connect you to that brand anyway. And if you have that business brand in your name on Twitter, so it's like such and such at Remax Real Estate, it's like they're going to be on the hook for you too. Like, they're going to be responsible for you too. Twitter, so you can go live on Periscope, and it will let your Twitter peeps know that you're live on Periscope. I actually really like Periscope. I got back into using it, and I love watching people in Dubai drive around.
You do the most random stuff on the internet.
But it's just fun, and then you can talk to them. And I asked them, like, where are you going? And this guy was like, waiting for our food. And I was like, what did you order? And then I was like, oh, yummy. And then we made friends, and it was just interesting. So I really like Periscope because also, like, with the hurricane stuff, people are broadcasting from Periscope Live, so you can actually see what's going on right away. I'm sure they're doing it on Facebook, but with Periscope, it's more accessible because it's open. Yeah. And then Twitter also, like, videos, even, like, lots of people say don't tweet without attaching a piece of media to it. But I find that sometimes if you have something worthy of saying, tweets without any media attached to it will still get the same amount or even more engagement than something with it attached. But that has to be actually like something you're legit saying, because now it's like everyone's posting with images. When you do the opposite, it's kind of like you do kind of stand out, but you also get lost. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think there's just a risk on both ends, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah. And like everything that we say are just like recommendations from experience and like best practices, but it's important to just test things out with your business and see if it works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, but keep testing things out, because I feel like digital marketing is a lot of testing.
Yeah.
And trial and error. Hopefully not lots of public errors that can get your brand sunk, but that's like a whole nother episode of Marketing Beat.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the graveyards. So what exactly is Peach?
Peach was supposed to be the Twitter killer. Twitter killer. The annihilator of Twitter. It was launched only on iOS. From what I remember, I had to use my iPod Touch to actually get on Peach, and I needed to get on Peach because it was new. People are saying it's like going to be the new thing. I needed to reserve my username, which I did, but Peach is gone. It's still alive though. So it might be gone from the radar for us plebs, not a pleb, for us peeps, but yeah, so Peach was like a version of, do you remember LiveJournal, DeadJournal, Tumblr, and like Diaryland?
Tumblr, yes.
You never had a LiveJournal?
I don't think so.
Girl, I think mine is still published online. So it's like, it was like a blogging thing pretty much, but like lots of like younger people would be using it, and then you can like have friends and follow their blogs, and then yeah, so it was like before Tumblr. But Peach was supposed to be the replacement for that. It's still alive, but apparently like in February, I read a post in February of 2019 that it went down, but they're working to get it back up. Some people have said that they love Peach, and it's like the best time they spend on the internet. And I'm like, I feel like I'm missing out, like FOMO. So I'm going to look it up and see if I can download it again. But yeah, lots of people, I remember like everyone on YEG Twitter, like back in the day, signed up for Peach, and we were all like, cool, we have Peach, we're friends now, what do we do on Peach? And I think that's how it is when any social media platform launches, but I don't think it stuck around, or it wasn't popular enough to stick around for that long in the like the majority of people's phones.
Fair enough. So Andre is asking if you remember Blab.
I remember Blab, blab.im. Blab was one of my favorites. When I worked at a particular agency, we did a Blab live with Danny, let's call him Danny Tay, Dan Taylor, who's from the UK. We did a live with him and Idris Fashan. We did a Blab, and it was like people talking back and forth, much like we are, but also there was, on the right-hand side, there was a feed of people's questions or comments and stuff. So it was kind of like a Twitch or like a live streaming. Yeah, it was basically like a live streaming thing. You could set a thing, I'm going live at this time 2 days later, and we're going to be talking about this. Like, I really fucking love Blab, but it's gone now. Rest in peace. Is that right?
About Ello.
Hello. I don't know what song that is. Ello was supposed to be the Facebook killer, the murderer of Mark Zuckerberg, like the Facebook killer, just because they touted like so much like, you are not a product, there's not going to be ads on here, and blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know how sustainable that method was going to be. People were saying, like, oh, you're going to have to pay $5 a month to use Ello if they're not going to have ads, and blah, 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 blah. But I signed up with Ello again to reserve my username and to check things out. I think I used it for a week or two until I was just like, okay, this is dumb. And it was like, did you have Ello?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like the black background with the white text or whatever.
Wasn't it the other way around?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was black.
Like that. It was something around those.
Yeah.
Design.
So, and that launched in March 2014, and Facebook actually also launched in 2014. So I think it was like supposed to, like, they were trying to be the new Facebook, but Facebook was so popular by then it was kind of too late.
Wait,
and it promised
Facebook launched in 2014.
What?
You said Facebook launched in 2014.
I think they launched publicly.
No, I had Facebook in 2007.
Oh wait, 2004.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did you have it before? Wait, what am I doing? Maybe I'm wrong. Because I remember it was closed to university students at first.
It was closed to university students for about a year or two, and then it started making its way to high schools. So when I was in grade 12, everybody had Facebook by then.
Okay, then I am wrong. Facebook launched whenever, and then in March 2014, thank you, March 2014, Ello launched. By then it was too late because everyone loved Facebook and they didn't give a shit about their privacy, or they just pretended that they did and would post about, I want to like my privacy back, blah, 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 but they're still on Facebook. Yeah. So it's like, don't use the internet if you don't want your privacy being invaded. Sorry, my rant.
No, good. So can we talk about that squad?
Yes.
That we tried like 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah, so I was on TechCrunch, and in their social department or social category, they're talking about this app called Squad that was founded by a female, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And it's supposed to it's supposed to be like a closed environment where like it's easy to, or like bullies can't easily bully other people, obviously. But it is a social media app because you're communicating with other people. So Ameet and I downloaded Squad. What did you think of Squad?
I did not understand it.
Yeah. So it's basically like if I had some tea to spill and I was like DMing some dude and I was like, yo, check out this dude's dick pic, I could share my phone screen with Ameet, and then we could look at that dick pic together.
And there would be no trace of the sharing.
Right. And like, I wonder if, because you know when you can tell when people screenshot like your Snapchat or whatever, I wonder if we could Squad and then you take the screenshot from your phone and so that person doesn't see that I screenshotted it.
Probably could. I think that's probably the way to get out of it.
Yeah, and I really think it's for, like, it says, like, they don't want bullies and blah, 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 but why else would you be sharing your screen with a friend besides, like, you want to show them something juicy and spill the tea?
Without anybody finding out, yeah.
Yeah, and I like it from a marketer's perspective because you can use it easily with, I'm ideally hoping that you can use it easily with clients. So if you're showing them something in the app, you can just be like, oh, download Squad and I'll show you. We can share my screen and I'll show you how to use Buffer on the phone or whatever. Visco video or photo editing app. You can also have a feed like on Instagram. You can have an account. There's a thing called Visco Girls. You should YouTube it and learn how to become one. I dressed like one for a day and it was really fun. And I was like, fuck, I should dress like this all the time. So I'm going to see about turning into a Visco girl with hair scrunchies, Foursquare Swarm. It used to just be Foursquare. I have it on my phone. I still know people in Edmonton who use it. And Josh, what's his name? Josh Yeg. You know, the Disney princess dude.
Yeah.
He checks me in on Edmonton every so often, so I get points. But really, I don't know what the points do. You just get like fun stickers. But you can pretty much check in where you are and then write a tip for someone. Like, I checked in at Clayton's apartment building, but it's also attached to a business, like offices or whatever. And someone wrote that they checked into the lobby and they wrote something about how the lobby always smells like crap or something like that. So like you can like share that type of stuff, or if you check into a restaurant, you can be like, make sure you try their ham and egg sandwich or something. So I like Swarm also because it's fun to track where you're going. And like when I checked in like Quebec or something, they're like, oh, this is your first check-in since 2000, blah, blah, blah. And it's been like 3 years. And I was like, cool, it still remembers. And I'm just like, I don't care if like it takes my information and tracks me, like that's fine, do whatever you want with it. So I guess if you're one of those privacy people, don't use Swarm. Vero, let's talk about Vero. Vero is probably one of the most well-known ones just because it had a lot of controversy attached to it. Did you have Vero?
I don't believe I did.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be like the new Instagram. They weren't supposed to, like, it was just going to be different. And lots of I don't know, I think they hired a lot of influencers to get Vero so that other people would actually sign up with it as well. I just have a snippet here. Unease developed into a backlash when people found out that they couldn't easily delete their Vero accounts. Further delving revealed that the app was built by a team of Russian programmers and was a brainchild of some dude, son of a former prime minister of Lebanon, blah, 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 and a Lebanese billionaire who previously had shut down in September 2017 due to mismanagement. So there's like a lot of controversy around that. They were using Filipino workers as like sweatshop people or something, or the same company. So I think Vero just like died. It kind of just committed suicide. Mastodon was one I've never heard about. It's a free and open source self-hosted social networking service. So it allows anyone to host their own server node in the network, and its various separately operated user bases are federated across many different servers. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's an open source social media network. It's kind of cool. I'm going to probably check it out after this if it still exists.
What does open source social media look like?
Pardon?
What does open source social media look like?
I would imagine you're able to change things if you're a programmer and if you know the programming language, and like add new features. So it could almost be like it's an open source network, but because it's free, people are always adding and improving upon it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then TikTok, formerly known as Musical.ly. I love Musical.ly before, thank you. But now it's TikTok. People are using it not only to lip sync, but also to use as Vine. So it's, again, like, it's very similar to Vine in the fact that it's quick content. You're just scrolling through automatically, videos automatically play. Some of the stuff is hilarious, and it's not only kids on there. But also you have to be careful because if you have a kid who wants to use TikTok, there are some sexual predators on the app, and it's very creepy. I'm going to try and find some and follow them just because, but I'm probably too old for them. But like, I think TikTok would be great if you are marketing towards younger people. Think about how you can use it, not even just like placing ads or anything, but product placement, and also like doing a really quick snippet about, you could do a quick snippet about like a social media tip, but actually make it funny. Or if you have a restaurant, you can get someone to do a TikTok in your restaurant with it in the background or with the food or something. So it's really, you just have to be creative with the TikTok content to use it for your business. But for the most part, it is like high school kids and under who are obsessed with TikTok, and there's like TikTok crews and stuff now.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you have TikTok?
No.
Oh. You can follow me on TikTok at Hello Beverly. And then Lasso, I don't know if it still exists. Facebook launched this new app, which is similar to TikTok, and because Facebook always has to like one up everyone. Users select a song and lip sync to it in a short form video format. I, from my understanding, is that TikTok obviously is the winner in this category for lip syncing videos because it already was Musical.ly before, and all those users just moved to TikTok automatically. And a lot of younger people don't think Facebook is cool. They don't even have the app on their phone.
Fair enough.
So why would they download another Facebook app? But I mean, they use Instagram, so who knows?
That's true. Have you done anything with TikTok?
I have made TikToks of my boyfriend's mom's cat, Angus, and they have gotten a lot of views, actually, more than my own content where I did some lip syncing, and the video where I think I called Ameet Bossy or something and slurped a Slurpee in her face, that one actually performed pretty well. Lincoln Ho, like Yeg Ventures, is actually like obsessed with TikTok. I see him on there all the time. I usually just go on and like watch videos when I'm bored. But again, like most of the reason why I follow people is because I follow them on YouTube.
Fair enough.
And that's all. What are we?
Have any questions? I'll give it a quick second. If not, we will just do the signings of off.
What are we talking about next week?
We're talking about the most underrated Facebook ad targeting options.
Cool. That's exciting.
I think so.
I just realized I didn't edit this week's video.
Thanks. It's okay. It's mine.
I can put yours on the back burner, though, if you want.
Guess what finger's standing right now? Read between the lines.
That's so dumb. Are you like 5?
Your face.
Okay. Sign us off.
Well, thanks for joining us on this week's Marketing Beat. Next week, we're going to be talking about underrated Facebook ad targeting. If you haven't already, sign up for my newsletter. We're sending it out sometime next week with a new freebie. And we also have a really cool announcement in the middle of the month. And you do not want to miss that. Also,
do I know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Beverly will be speaking at Next Big Thing on October 28th in Edmonton. Tickets are $125. If you're a small business owner or you're thinking about starting a business, this is the conference to be at.
Okay.
And that's the end of that.
Okay, bye.
Andre.
Bye. Get out of here.
Bye.